Hello, this tutorial will show you how to write a script for your physiological measurements using the BioGraph Infiniti software. This means that we are going to write a program to record physiological measurements, which can then be converted into statistical data. First, we click on the BioGraph Infiniti docs and editors. Then we click on Script Editor. Here are all the pre-programmed scripts that come with the software, but you will need to write your own script to fit your particular experiment. To do this, we click on Script, then Add Script. So to build a script, you first need to choose which create mode you want to use. The expert mode gives you a lot of extra options that you don't need, so it's best to keep it simple and just use the wizard mode. Next, you'll need to select a channel set. There is only one setting here to really choose, which is P5 Physiology BVP Temp. This is because we won't be using the hardware to run an EKG or EMG. Next, you'll need to give your script a name. I would suggest a one-word or two-word name. Then just put the name into both the category and script description line. Next, you'll need to decide how many activities you want to record. This number corresponds to the total number of recordings you need for each participant. So for example, you might want physiological measurements for before and after a task. So in this case, you would have 2 activities. Typically, you won't want to define a test activity because it means that your data will not be saved. So I would suggest not ticking this box. Now you'll need to define each of your activities. So activity 1 could be named before task. The number of cycles corresponds to how many times you want to record the activity. Most likely, your number of cycles will just be 1. And the number of steps in a cycle means that you can split the cycle into 2 or more parts. But for most psychology experiments, this isn't necessary. I would suggest just leaving this number at 1. Ticking this box means that at the end of the recording for activity 1, a window will appear, prompting you to start the recording for activity 2. I would suggest ticking this box. This next window is called Step Type Definition, but since we only have one step, it won't be too complicated. It's really used to set up which statistics you want to record for your measurements. So click on Step Statistics and Conditions. Here you'll need to specify which statistics you want recorded for your physiological measurements. If you haven't predetermined this, you can select all of them and then decide later. It's better to have too much information than not enough. You can leave all the other options as default and click OK. Next, you'll need to enter a step description. I would suggest that your step description be the same as your activity description. So here, we would put before task. Then click Next.